525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylight, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife. In 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in a life? I would love to sing it for you, but I'm not a singer, and we can't afford the copyright license. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? Or perhaps I should be asking about 700,000 minutes. How do you measure 16 months of lockdown? 16 months worshiping via the internet. 16 long months locked away from one another. 16 long months, and only now the end comes in sight. With jabs in our arms, we approach the second summer of this pandemic with hope in our hearts, because we believe the end of lockdown is in sight. Our government is promising that all of us will have received our second shot by the end of September. See you in September. See you when summer's through. It's going to be a long, lonely summer. Sorry, no more song lyrics. Instead, let me offer a refrain which we've been hearing in all sorts of forms. On Zoom, FaceTime, or in news reports over and over again, we hear people express our longing to return to normal. Young people are seeing visions, old people are dreaming dreams of what our lives will be like soon and very soon. Sorry, can't help myself. It's as if the spirit of freedom was injected into my arm with that first vaccine, and I can't help myself. I feel like singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling. I'm happy again. You're so lucky the songs which keep popping into my head are covered by copyright. As we begin to peer into our future, it's impossible not to look longingly back over our shoulder to life BC, before COVID, and hope against hope that soon we'll be able to get back to normal. And I'm well aware of the trend of correcting those who are longing for a normal life to return by declaring normal wasn't working before, we can't simply go back to normal. I've said this on more than one occasion myself. But bear with me as I attempt to make an argument for our return to normal life. To explore what a return to normal might look like, we will have to go back beyond 525,600 minutes, beyond the BCs, before COVID and before the Christ. Some 13.8 billion years ago, to about 3 minutes after the Big Bang, when the cosmos was yet a newborn. In those early minutes of cosmic existence, science tells us that the only things which existed were particles, when suddenly, like only 380,000 years, a mere blink in cosmic history, like the rushing winds, particles began to bond with other particles to form atoms. One of the astonishing things about atoms is that atoms possess qualities which the individual particles which bond to form atoms do not possess. Particles bond to make something completely new. Particles bonding to other particles doesn't simply create a pile of particles, but something new. Imagine the vast cosmos made up of particles coming together to create atoms, which eventually begin to coalesce to become molecules. Now fast forward, incredibly fast, to approximately 750 million years after the Earth was formed. When molecules came together to make something new, as the first cells appeared on this beautiful, verdant planet we call home, Particles begat atoms, atoms begat molecules. These are the best begats ever, right? Molecules begat cells, and cells begat, well, you name it. Like comes together with like to create something altogether unlikely and new. Then 13.783 billion years of making all things new, and humans finally begin to evolve. We are a new thing. After 13.783 billion years of newness, a mere 5 to 7 million years ago, some ape-like creatures began to evolve. And just 200,000 years ago, something completely new emerges which possesses qualities not present in earlier models. For we Homo sapiens are so very new, brand sparkling new things. Now fast forward very fast to just about 5,000 years ago, when recorded history begins, and we hear of one new thing after another being imagined, envisioned, and created as newness is baked into our DNA. The cosmos itself is all about creating. There's a force in the cosmos which continuously allures us in order to create anew. Some of our ancestors named this force Ruah, wind, breath, spirit. This spirit continues to allure, compel, inspire, and attract the intricate particles, atoms, molecules, cells, and creatures together to create something new. In all these 13.8 billion years, the cosmos has not gone back to the way things were in the past. History may repeat itself, but the cosmos moves on into the newness of reality. Over and over, in face after face, creature after diverse creature is born, unlike any born before it. No two creatures possessing identical qualities. We cannot go back because everything old becomes new again and again and again. And newness is an eternal quality of reality. Newness is, if you will, normal. There is no going back. Yes, sometimes newness involves reaching back and reintegrating something which was good that was left behind, which newness needs in order to keep becoming. Please notice I said reaching back and reintegrating. I did not say replicating. Reintegrating something good which was lost creates something new. At other times, new involves letting go of things which aren't helpful or are destructive, so as not to recreate something which cannot evolve into goodness. Newness both includes and transcends what was, but newness is also part of our reality. I'll say it again, newness is normal. Even these past 16 months, which have felt for many of us like suspended animation, a time when everything we had come to accept as normal life was set aside to avoid the pandemic. Even these past 16 months have seen the creation of something new, as this enforced time out has caused us to rethink how to move into the future. Ways of life have been challenged as new ways of living have emerged. And just as surely as the force, Ruah, breath, spirit, continues to allure, compel, inspire, and attract intricate particles, atoms, molecules, cells, and creatures of the cosmos together to create something new. We who long for freedom can't resist the motion of the cosmos, and a new thing is born. Lifestyles, systems, and organizations which insist upon returning to the way things were are not, in the cosmic sense of things, normal, for new is normal. So where does this leave us as we begin to envision emerging from those 700,000 minutes of lockdown on this beautiful summer day when our faith community celebrates the birthing of a new way of being in the world? Ha, didn't think I'd let you get away with a little scripture in the service. I'm reminded of Paul's words to the community in Rome. We know that from the beginning until now, all of creation has been groaning in one great act of giving birth. And not only creation, but all of us who possess the first fruits of the Spirit, we too groan inwardly as we wait for our bodies to be set free. That inward groaning as we await the birth of the new is an expression of our own future's birth pangs, as our fears and hopes coalesce into dreams and visions of new ways of being in the world. Something new is about to be born. Let's dream dreams of life. Not like life was, this wouldn't be normal, for it goes against everything the cosmos is, was, and ever shall be. Let's dream dreams of life as it's emerging. New life. Life beyond our fears, beyond the limitations of our histories. Life measured not in minutes or years. Life, as the song says, measured in love. How about love? 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a life? Remember the love. Sing out, give out, measure your life in love. Seasons of love, seasons of love. I wish I could sing it. Love which continues to allure, compel, inspire, and attract you and me, dear ones. Love is calling us to create something new. Love which even now is swirling in and around us, inflaming us, exciting us, always inviting us into something new. This is part of our story.